Hey, welcome back. Kinda been in a little bit of a funk since the camping trip. It's haven't really felt like being out much, but decided to grab the stick bow, some arrows, come out here, maybe chase a gray squirrel or two. Just heading in right now. I also want to make sure the blind that I built that last one is still standing. I'm a little concerned this year that it's going to be a little more populated with New York passing full inclusion for crossbows, so you can use a crossbow now during the entire archery season as long as you have your archery course certificate. Thinking the woods might be a little bit more populated, so to speak, during the early archery season. I guess we'll see. I mean, I do have some private land I can go hunt, but it's nice to have the places that are fairly close by, 10-15 minutes away on those gee, you know what, I feel alright today, let's go do some hunting days. Alright, let's take a walk. Alright, so did a loop down around through the woods, up the edge of the field to my those two blinds. I got a couple other spots down in the corner, and I might use those. Did a loop around the back side of the field. Now I'm having a sip of coffee and getting ready to head home. Alright, so got some more coffee here. Cheers. I cut that last clip short. There was some hikers coming through, and instead of resetting up and everything over there to do the closing video, I just decided to stop, get my trip report challenge video or picture, and as you can see, there's a big old gaggle of geese over there. So I'm having some more coffee. So yeah, no squirrels. Didn't really expect to see any. There's a lot of pines over there, so it's mostly red squirrels anyway. But I figured, what the heck? I had a couple hours. The bull was sitting there just staring at me, so instead of just going down and shooting at some targets at the range, I decided to take the bull out, take it for a hunt. And like I had said too, I just kind of been in a little bit of a weird funk since the camping trip. Coming home a day early for that water issue. I'm not going to go into it, but all I'll say is this. They made a disaster out of it, and apparently there was a leak under our house. When they put the piping in, somehow they broke it, so when they installed the house, there was already a leak under the house. Great. You know, that's all I'll say. Here comes at least 8 more. Pretty cool to listen to them anyway. I don't hunt them. I don't have any place to really go, and you can't hunt or fish this area anyways. But yeah, as I was mentioning too earlier, New York has now allowed the use of crossbows, and they've lifted restrictions. There used to be, there was a max weight and minimum limb length that you could do, and there was only a 2-week season in the southern zone and 1 week in the northern zone up here. And now you can use your crossbow as long as you've taken, or you do take, the archery course and get your certificate and pass that. You can use a crossbow for the entire early archery seasons, which I think is a good thing. You know, I've got some back issues. My bow was giving me some problems, so you know, it didn't phase me either way. If it hadn't passed, okay. If it passed, great. But like I said, my concern is that hunting on the public land that I hunt is going to increase the hunting pressure in the population. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, I am lucky enough. I do have some private land that I can hunt. Yeah, that's it. I think the kayak now is officially done. No more going out with that. The water's going to start getting pretty cold. It's already kind of cool, and we've only had chilly weather for about 2 weeks. So, and, more into the hunting season. So we'll have some hunting videos coming up, hopefully this year. One of us fills a tag. I'm hoping more so my wife than me, but I'm not going to complain too much if it's me. It'd be nice to get it on film, but I've kind of given up with that. If I happen to have the camera on and it's recording and something happens, but like I've said in the past, there's a couple times where I've gotten clips where, you know, the one year with those deer that came in when I was bow hunting, stuff happens quite a bit, and it happens to a lot more of us than a lot of people like to admit, but that's just the way it goes. And it's gonna be it's the same thing with my crossbow. I'm not gonna shoot any farther with the crossbow than I would with my compound, which is 30 yards, preferably under 30 yards. Closer to 25 is my max, but anyway, moving on. So yeah, cabin trip this year is going to be a little bit different. Usually we go out, we do some hiking and stuff like that. We're going to see how the wife's knee is doing with that. I hope to still be able to hunt. My back's been kind of messed up to the point lately where my legs get wobbly because they get kind of numb. So I've got to schedule an appointment to go have that looked at. But I'm still going to hunt. This video isn't that, you know, oh my god, poor me. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just letting you guys that give a shit for real, you know, a heads up. This is what's going on. So yeah, that's it. I guess really just more hunting. I got a few more of these trip report challenges, pictures that have to be done. I got October, November, and December, so 3 of those. And I think then I'm done with that. The guy that hosts it, he's kind of retiring from hosting it, and I don't want to be locked into any forum but my own anymore. So I'm retiring from that as well. I might still do it, but I'll just pick a spot and do it in my forum or for the blog, and go out and you know, take my picture and stuff like that. All right, I've yacked enough. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna pour a little bit more coffee and sit here and watch and listen to the geese for a little while longer. Hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching.